Tonight in the Pyramid, the Beach will fight to save their season as the madness of March is on the horizon. You are listening to Long Beach State Women's Basketball on 22S Radio, streaming live on YouTube and online at 88.1 KKJZ HD3. Welcome inside the LBS Financial Credit Union in Long Beach, California. I'm JayDe Beaudry alongside Carlos Acedo for a Big West Women's Basketball Thursday night clash between Long Beach State and Cal Poly. Sitting at 2-14 in conference play with only 3 games to go, Long Beach State have dropped down to 10th in the Big West standings on the back of a 6-game losing streak that was extended last week with a pair of road losses to UC Irvine and CSUN. Only the top 8 teams in the conference make the Big West Championships, and the path to Henderson has all but disappeared for the Beach, who will be eliminated from postseason contention with a loss tonight and a CSUN victory in Irvine. But Carlos, it's not all doom and gloom for the Beach, who will be looking for some big performances tonight.
That person could easily be Kylie Pepe. Look, this team needs consistency. Kylie Pepe had 24 points last game, a 12 field goal percentage. Got to get that hot. Got to get her hot early. If the Beach can build that momentum through her, they can get a win out here tonight.
A win tonight would extend the Beach's playoff push at least 3 more days, and it may be their best chance to pick up what has proven to be an elusive third conference win. Cal Poly have made the trip down Highway 101 in a season that has gone all south in more ways than run. The Mustangs are 3-23 overall and have picked up just 1 win in conference play after a senior-heavy team led the Mustangs to an appearance in the Big West Tournament as the 8th seed last season. 4th-year head coach Shailene Stiles retooled her roster in the offseason, and it has been a crop of freshmen and transfers leading the way in 2026. However, Cal Poly have already been eliminated from playoff contention thanks to their 1-15 conference record and a losing streak that has ballooned to 12 games following losses to Hawaii and UC Santa Barbara. But that single win, Carlos, will give Cal Poly some hope of breaking that losing streak tonight.
It's because that one win came against Long Beach, where Christy Reynoso and Jacoya Jones-Brown were the only 2 to get that double-digit points. For Cal Poly, the Beach need to contain Cherish Thompson and Vanessa McManus in order to get that bad taste out of their mouth tonight.
That single win for Cal Poly, as you mentioned, came at the Mott Athletic Center against Long Beach State just after the turn of the new year on January 3rd. We're moments away from tip-off, so let's run you through the starters for Cal Poly. Vanessa McManus averaging 17 points per game. Jordan Billing and Alana Gooseby will anchor the backcourt, while Cherish Thompson and Dolce Valley will provide the size down low. And for the Beach, led by third-year head coach Amy Wright, Jacoya Jones-Brown will command the offense alongside Brenna Pukas, making her 5th straight start. In the front court will be Kenan Ka and Rosie Akot. Also in the lineup today, Judy Oliva Fernandez starting on the bench, but returning for the first time since early January into the starting lineup. The 5 on the floor for the Beach have been consistent throughout these final few games of the season. Kylie Pepe has been the leading scorer for this team over the past few games, stepping into that secondary scorer's role alongside Jacoya Jones-Brown. Up for the tip, it will be Rosie Akot as the Beach are clad in white, and the Mustangs clad in all black. The jump is up and won by Rosie Akot over Cherish Thompson. We are underway in the Pyramid. Rosie Akot, quick 3 from the corner, off the backboard and in. The bank is open early, and the Beach are up by 3.
Beautiful start, beautiful start. We got to keep that going.
Taking the ball at the floor as McManus tried to feed it inside to Thompson. Poked loose briefly by Pepe, recovered by Thompson. Back up to the top for Valley. Faced up by Jones-Brown. Fires a pass down low, a neat pump fake, and rising up for the layup was Gooseby, put off just enough by Rosie Akot, and the Mustangs a good look early on. They just cannot convert.
Good pressure to start off the game, and let's see if they can convert it.
Rosie Akot gets downhill off the handoff around the perimeter, misses her own layup, gets her own rebound, goes right back up for 2.
All right, set it the tone early.
First 5 points of the game, all thanks to Rosie Akot. At the top, directing traffic is Gooseby. Guarded by Pugus, over to the left wing for McManus. McManus, left-handed drive, gets to the free throw line, crossover, back inside the perimeter, feeds a pass down low. It's Valley going to work on Jones-Brown, stepping through off the backboard, missed her shot. The rebound is fought for, and Pepe pulls it down.
Keep it going with the pressure.
Kenan Ka into the front court, fires a pass down low to Jones-Brown, who backs out from the block. To Pepe, right wing. Squares up to Akot at the top. Rosie Akot. Hands off to Pukas on the left wing. Brenna Pukas, long 3. Yes, ma'am.
The confidence is here early here at the Pyramid.
Long Beach up to an 8-0 lead early, and it's the freshman responsible for all 8 points. The first 5 from Rosie Akot and a 3 from Brenna Pukas. As McManus drives, trying to break the perimeter past Jones-Brown. It's Jones-Brown called for the foul. A stark contrast to the last time these two teams met when Long Beach shot just 2 of 14 from the field in the first quarter and 0 for 5 from 3. They trailed 12-4, and they're already up to an early 8-0 lead here. Inbound to Gooseby, fed to the corner for McManus, and she traveled as she got the pass. Cal Poly still in search of their first points with 8 minutes, 20 seconds to go in this first quarter. Jones-Brown will take it across the timeline. Right-handed drive gets to the right wing. Back up top to Pepe. Ball in the hardwood. Left-handed drive. Floater in the lane. Off the window. No good. Rebound tipped away, and it's Gooseby who comes away with it.
Needed to be a little softer on that touch there.
Gooseby hands up the top for Nora Perez. Perez to McManus. To the left wing for Thompson. Back up top for Perez. Down low. Thompson looking for an option. Has to feed it back up top to Gooseby. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gooseby gets a screen from Thompson. Back to Thompson at the top. Cherish Thompson for 3 off front iron. Beach fight for the rebound, and it's Rosie Akot who pulls it down. Quickly into the front court. Kenan Ka right wing to Rosie Akot. Over to Brenna Pukas at the top of the key. Swung to Jones-Brown on the left wing. Pukas cuts through the corner. Jones-Brown sees her off. Right-handed drive gets to the free throw line. Mid-range jumper from Jacoya Jones-Brown. Falls for 2.
Jones-Brown going exactly where she wants to be. The team is absolutely hyped with the start that we have gotten here today.
Long Beach, a 10-0 run to open up the first quarter. Timeout Cal Poly. Back on the other side of the break on 22 West Radio. A blazing start for Long Beach State. Has the home team up 10-0 on Cal Poly, and everything is falling here early for the Beach Carlos.
Hopefully they keep this momentum going. The defense is also holding it down. And then the offense is they're getting the looks that they want exactly how they want it.
Long Beach a perfect 2 for 2 from beyond the arc to open up this first quarter as Cal Poly possesses out of the timeout. McManus crossover at the top. A feed down low to Perez. Out to the left side for a wing 3. It's Gooseby missing long. Beach have to fight for the rebound, and Rosie Akot rips down another one, already her 3rd. Akot, left wing. Hand off to Kenan Ka. Ka, right-handed drive to the top. Screen and roll with Pepe, and a pass is too long. Picked off down low by Garcia, who runs quickly into the front court. Looking to go coast to coast. It's Garcia through contact up, and it's off the back iron. Beach tipper on the rebound. Brenna Pukas pulls down the loose ball.
It's getting rough right now.
Pukas across the timeline to Pepe at the top. Pepe glides over to the left wing. Back to Brenna Pukas. Swung to the right corner for Akot. Entry pass down low is picked off. It's Gooseby who pulled the chair on Kenan Ka. And the Mustangs look to work quickly in the front court. McManus, the drive to the right block, gets fouled as she goes up by Ka. couldn't get the finish to fall, but a chance to put Cal Poly on the board now from the free throw line.
Both teams being aggressive on defense. Both teams can't get the shots or the looks that they want at the moment.
Long Beach holds a definite size advantage over Cal Poly, as most teams do. Tallest woman in the lineup for Cal Poly tonight is Jillian Beers. There is a lot of scoring talent on this team, but for most of this year, Cal Poly has been the undersized opponent, as Vanessa McManus puts Cal Poly on the board. McManus, native of Staten Island, New York, an 80% free throw shooter, averaging just shy of 17 points per game this year. And she goes 2 for 2 from the line. Poly into a full court press off the inbound. Morgan Mack gets it back to the inbounder Jones Brown, up to Brenna Pukas. Cross half court, the pass to Rosie Akot, who looks to get downhill to the right block. She tries to fire a pass up to the free throw line. It's picked off by Arissa Garcia, and it's Garcia pushing into the front court. Garcia gets the pass down low to Perez. Perez goes to work on Jones Brown. The step through into the paint through the lane for 2. And Cal Poly ripped off 4 straight points.
Nobody was there to help out Akot, and then they got the consequences of that action.
Morgan Mack left wing as the Beach break the full court press. Pepe. Drive to the free throw line. Kick down low to Jones Brown, and that's a neat find. As the Beach get back on the board, it's Jones Brown putting up the layup on the block.
Beautiful play, finding her.
Garcia now runs the point for Cal Poly. Right-handed drive. Hesitation, gets down low, throws up a wild one, defended well by Pukas, who pulls down the air ball rebound. Akot across half court to Pukas. To the left wing for Morgan Mack. Mack, right-handed drive, fires it across the key. To the right wing for Jones Brown. Entry pass down low. Kylie Pepe goes to work, fades away from the basket. Defended well by McManus as she missed the shot. Long Beach lead 12-4 halfway through the first. Garcia, faced up by Pukas, gets it over to Thompson. Over further to Butcher. Butcher, back to Thompson, inside the three-point line. Left-handed drive off the window. Morgan Mack flies in for the rebound, and she's pressured on the baseline, has to spin away, and now can look to break for the Beach. Cross-court pass is tipped as Mack was looking for a cutting Rosie Akot. Now McManus will go 1-on-2 here in transition. She misses the layup. Pepe pulls down the rebound. Morgan Mack will continue the track meet here. She pushes across half court. Mack feeds Akot, cutting from the corner. Down low, Akot looks to go to work, has to fire it back to Jones Brown, to Pepe at the top. Pepe right-handed drive. She gets downhill, off the glass, it rims out. Pepe gets her own rebound, then it's poked loose by Perez. Cal Poly will possess.
4 Mustangs were there to get the rebound while Pepe was there by herself, crashing that board.
Perez over to Butcher, back to Thompson at the top. Hand off to Garcia, back to Perez, swung to the left wing for Butcher. Butcher feeds a pass down low to Perez, working on Jones Brown. The spin, and it's off the glass. Another point in the paint for Cal Poly as they've halved the Beach's lead here. 12-6, Long Beach lead.
Perez liked that mismatch right there against Jones Brown.
Pepe, pass down low to Jones Brown, who got busted up. And she pops up right off the hardwood as Cal Poly looked to push in transition. McManus pulls down the pass and buries one from the mid-range. And just like that, it's a 4-point game.
The Beach needs to up their defense there, get ready for those fast breaks. Right now it's been back and forth with these fast breaks here tonight.
Long Beach, a 2.5-minute scoring drought now after they started the game on a 10-0 run. Akot drives from the perimeter, gets tied up by McManus as she picked up her dribble on the block. And it's 5 turnovers for the Beach over the last 4 minutes. Possession favors Cal Poly. So after that hard start, Carlos, Cal Poly have come in and really changed the momentum of this first quarter.
They need to, hopefully through the rest of this game, they figure out to not make the mistakes that they keep going. Turnovers, fast breaks, defense.
Garcia on the right wing. Gets the screen and roll action from Knapp. Over to Butcher. Butcher, ball on the hardwood as she drives with the right hand and picks up the offensive foul as she drove on Jacoya Jones-Brown. Also checking into the game for the Beach off that last timeout is Judy Oliva Fernandez, back for her first action since January 10th when she sustained an injury against Cal State Bakersfield. Great to see her back on the floor.
Well, to see, hopefully she has a good game.
Jones-Brown fights off full court pressure, gets it across the timeline to Ka. Swung over to the left wing for Oliva Fernandez, who tries to fire it down low to Jones Brown, and it's picked off again. 6 turnovers over the last 4.5 minutes for the Beach as Valley picks up the steal. Garcia at the top, rolls around the screen from Valley, now tries to dump it down low, and it's off the fingertips of Kenan Kaw last, who disrupted the pass but could not pull it down for a steal. McManus will return to the fray for Cal Poly as Butcher heads off. Mustangs into a box set off the inbound. Trailing Long Beach State 12-8. Inbound gets down low. The spin move is up from Valley, and Akot did just enough to put off the layup. Akot pulls down the rebound, and Jones Brown will push the pace for the Beach. 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Long Beach lead 12-8. Skip pass to Pukas. Right wing three. Falls!
Beautiful three. Beautiful three.
Brennan Pukas has 2 triples now in this first quarter.
We need more of those. We need more of those. More threes, more open shots, exactly where they need to be.
McManus now a 3 of her own, rims in and out. Garcia fights for the rebound with Jones Brown, and it goes off Jones Brown last. Cal Poly will inbound from the baseline. Brennan Pukas making her 5th straight start for the Beach, and she's had a few hot starts in this building. She's opened up with 2 triples here in the first quarter. Long Beach lead 15-8. Off the inbound to Valley, handed off to the corner for Gooseby. Gooseby gets a screen from Valley, uses it, drives left, back to the top for Knapp. Knapp hands off to Garcia. Further to Valley. Valley hand off to McManus, looks to get downhill, 5 seconds on the shot clock, crossing over, has to kick it to the corner for Gooseby. Gooseby in the mid-range, 2 seconds on the shot clock, spins around, and it's off the front iron. Rebounded, though, and put right back up by Knapp. Pepe now fights for the rebound and is forced to rip it away. Possession will favor the Beach off the jump ball.
Cal Poly couldn't seem to get an open shot there. Just pass after pass after pass. Liked the ball movement, but they couldn't get out with that point there.
For Long Beach State here in this first quarter, the turnovers have racked up in a flash. 6 turnovers already as Cal Poly continue to full court press. Jones Brown floats a pass up to Kenan Kaw at the logo, to Pepe in the right corner. Back to Kenan Kaw. The Beach will set up their offense. 90 seconds to go in the first quarter. Focus to Jones Brown on the left wing. Left-handed drive gets it to the top. To Kenan Kaw. Back to Jones Brown. Wide open left wing 3. Jacoya Jones Brown misses it long. Off the side iron. Rebounded by Avery Knapp.
Like the open shot that she had there. If she keeps getting more of those, some of them might fall.
Garcia directing traffic for Cal Poly. Glides along the wing. Now picks up her dribble, has to fire it over to McManus. Left-handed drive from McManus, sees her get downhill, a nice up and under layup. Rims in and out, ball is poked out to Jacoya Jones Brown. Less than a minute to go in this first quarter. Jones Brown feeds a pass over the top to a cutting Kenan Kaw, tries to float it back up top to Pukas, who finds herself open in the mid-range, dribbles out, hands off to Oliva Fernandez at the top, back to Jones Brown. Entry pass to the left elbow for Pepe, picks up her dribble, she's pressured, has to get it out to Brennan Pukas. 10 seconds on the shot clock now for the Beach. Over to the corner for Jones Brown. She has to let one fly, and it's missed short. McManus skies for the rebound as the Beach send 5 back on defense. Shot clock off now for the Mustangs.
Not a lot of movement there. They need to keep it going, get more ball movement going in order to get that open shot that they need.
Gooseby at the top, eyes on the shot clock. 10 to go now. She starts with the possession. Moves to the left wing, picks up her dribble. Into Thompson at the free throw line. Thompson fights off Pepe, puts up a floater, no good. Rebounded by Knapp. 1 second on the shot clock, and she's fouled. And we'll head to the free throw line. Looks like Long Beach were content to let that possession run out as long as nothing penetrated the perimeter, and as soon as it did, 5 white jerseys surrounded the free throw line and cherished Thompson. Solid rebound as well from Avery Knapp, the freshman out of Danville, California, graduate of San Ramon Valley High School. She'll head to the line now to shoot 2 free throws. First free throw up and good from Knapp, 79% free throw shooter on the year. Now 7 straight games for Knapp where she's come off the bench. Second free throw up and good. Clock amended to just 1.8 seconds as Cal Poly have cut the deficit here to 5 in a first quarter where they trailed 10-0 after a hot start from the Beach. Final possession as the ball is inbounded to Brennan Pukas, and she's content to let the clock run out. A back and forth first quarter here, Carlos, as Long Beach will head into the break up 15-10.
Hopefully we come back and we see more of what was going on in the beginning of the quarter in order for them to extend this lead.
Long Beach finishes the quarter on a 2-minute scoring drought after that hot start anchored by a big 3 from Brenna Pukas and 5 straight points from Rosie Cott. Into the second quarter and back on the other side of the break. It's Long Beach 15, Cal Poly 10. Back for the start of the second quarter here on 22 West Radio. JayDe Beaudry alongside Carlos Acedo. In that first quarter, Carlos, Long Beach State started hot. Cal Poly came back. What are some adjustments Long Beach State will look to make here in the second quarter?
Defense, especially on the fast break. I feel like every time they make a turnover, they're not ready on defense to stop Cal Poly to make their shots.
Jones-Brown, first possession for the Beach, sees her miss a mid-range jumper off back iron. Jones-Brown so far tonight, 4 points, now 2 of 5 from the field. Perez gets it over to Billing, back on the floor after starting this game. To Thompson at the top, over to McManus. Left-handed drive, she crosses over now, gets it over to the corner for Billing. Billing pass down low to Thompson. Thompson will look to go to work on Pepe and kick it back out to Gooseby. Gooseby right wing, float pass over the top to Thompson, who fights off Kylie Pepe for a nice move down low, and 2.
Two white jerseys down in the paint there. Weren't ready for the shot put in.
Long Beach now only lead by 3, 15-12. As Jones-Brown gets the pass to the top, rolls over to the right side, down to Morgan Mack. Mack rolls back up to the top, keeps her dribble alive, bounce pass down low to Pepe, looks to go to work on Thompson. Pepe spins inside, puts up a wild jumper that misses long, rebounded by Gooseby. All of a sudden, it's a one-possession game with 8:50 to go in the second quarter. Perez, pass down low to Billing, isolated in the paint, has to kick it back up top to McManus. McManus around the screen to the free throw line. Her jumper misses short. Jones-Brown picks up the loose ball and will take it up the floor.
See if the Beach could convert here.
It's Pukas, left wing, long 3 from the freshman. That's a heat check that misses short. Gooseby takes it across the timeline quickly. And now she'll hold up to set up the Mustangs offense. Over to Perez. Hand off to McManus at the top. To Thompson, further on to Billing. Left wing Billing, back up top to Perez. Perez over to Gooseby, right wing. Pukas fights through the screen. Back over to Perez, driving on Morgan Mack to the left block. Feeds to the middle of the paint for McManus, who goes up strong, and she's going to get called for the offensive foul, going right into the chest of Jacoya Jones-Brown, who has already hit the hardwood hard a few times tonight. It's the second offensive foul that Jacoya Jones-Brown has drawn, as Kylie Pepe and Morgan Mack head onto the bench. Judy Leva-Fernandez and Rosie Akot return to the floor for the Beach. Beach lead 15-12, 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. Kenan Ka over to Brenna Pukas to Leva-Fernandez on the left wing. Floats a pass down to the left block for Akot, who pulls it down. Skip pass to Kenan Ka, right wing now. She drives with the left hand, switches to her right as she scoops up a layup that misses off the window. Gooseby pulls down the rebound.
I like the drive there. They just need to gain their confidence in order to make these shots go down.
Long Beach still looking for their first points here in the second quarter as Gooseby gets it back up top to Perez. Hand off to Garcia, guarded by Akot. Garcia looks to get downhill. Bumped off, has to get it back to the free throw line for Thompson. Right-handed drive on Leva-Fernandez. Her pump fake gets Leva-Fernandez in the sky, and then she puts in the layup for a chance at a three-point play as the Spaniard came right down on Thompson. And Cal Poly can tie this ball game now from the free throw line.
As my uncle would say, caught her jumping.
And it's Cherish Thompson who has been so good at that this season and throughout her entire collegiate basketball career this season. 6 straight games where she scored 10 or more. She puts in the free throw. We're tied at 15. Thompson now has 5.
The Beach need to score right here or they're going to lose this lead.
Still looking for their first points here in the second quarter. Leva-Fernandez breaks the perimeter with a pass to Akot. Spinning around is Akot. She has to spin to the elbow and puts up a one-handed floater. Misses long. And Amy Wright has seen enough. She wants Kylie Pepe back in the game as Cal Poly look to take their first lead on this possession. 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Gooseby rolls off a screen from Thompson. Cherish Thompson, long three. Almost got wedged in. It's Kenan Ka fighting for the loose ball rebound. Has to throw it up to Jones-Brown, and now it's a chance at a 5-on-3 for the Beach. Jones-Brown, right-handed drive, scoop layup, misses off the window. And a missed opportunity in transition there for the Beach.
I like the try there, but it was just a little bit hard off the touch there.
Gooseby gets a screen and roll, tries to feed it back over the top for Perez, and it's picked off. Here goes Kenan Ka into the front court, passing over to the right side for Jones-Brown, who picks up her dribble in the corner, tosses it back to the top for Brenna Pukas. The freshman backs out, over to Jones-Brown in the right corner. Jones-Brown gets a screen from Kenan Ka, and as she rolls off it, got contacted by Arissa Garcia, and Garcia is called for the foul. First foul going against Arissa Garcia, the Murray State College transfer who spent 2 years playing in the NJCAA. Was incredible dish in the rock. Finished with 333 career assists this season at Cal Poly, though. Has more turnovers than points and assists, standing just 5'6". Off the inbound, the Beach get the ball up to Jones-Brown at the top. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Looking for something here. As Pepe hands off to Brenna Pukas. Entry pass to the free throw line through the hands of Rosie Akot. She fights for it, and it's another turnover for the Beach. Gooseby pulls it down over to McManus on the left wing.
Akot didn't seem like she was ready for that pass. Unfortunately, forcing a turnover.
And Butcher goes down here, pushed off by Kenan Ka. And Kenan Ka will pick up her first. More changes coming here from the Beach. Off goes Rosie Akot. In for the first time tonight is Tyrat Samuel Afalabi. The redshirt freshman Swede, her second year with this Long Beach State program, will come off the bench here as Beach look to get their own scoring started here almost halfway through this second quarter. No points on the board for the Beach as we're tied at 15.
Hopefully Afalabi could bring that spark that they need in this quarter. Butcher
bouncing it down low to Perez, get past the McManus. Back over to Butcher, left wing three, falls. And Cal Poly take their first lead at 18-15.
Feels like the tables have turned here in this quarter compared to the first quarter. Seems like the teams have completely switched sides in terms of confidence.
Pepe for three, ties up the ball game. And there's that shot of energy we're looking for, Carlos.
Exactly what we need right now. If that keeps going with that momentum, we could probably extend this lead just like how we did in the first quarter.
18 all. Kick to the corner for Gooseby. Fed down low to Knapp. Back out to Butcher. Short corner on the right side. Back up top to Gooseby. Over to McManus. To the left corner now. Driving in with the right hand is Perez. Back up top. Gooseby for three. Off the side of the iron and the backboard. Jones Brown flies in to pick up the rebound. Jones Brown quickly up the floor looking for Brennan Pukas in the corner. And it's too long and too wide. The 9th turnover of the game already for the Beach will give Cal Poly possession out of the media timeout. And really, Carlos, this has been a quarter that has belonged to Cal Poly.
There's been a lot of mistakes made by the Beach. Hopefully they get that cleaned up after this timeout. It's been a long, rough second quarter.
18 all, 4:37 to go in this second quarter. Back on the other side of the timeout on 22 West Radio. Media timeout breaks here in the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid, and this second quarter has seen this game between Long Beach State and Cal Poly be flipped on its head. 18 all here halfway through, and Long Beach need to get back to what they were doing well in that first quarter, Carlos.
Yeah, and that was definitely the 3 points. Right now they're 4 for 6, and they haven't made shot any more threes since. It seems like they need to get back to what their good looks and make those shots.
Cherish Thompson at the top. First possession here at the timeout for Cal Poly as Thompson pulls the jumper from the free throw line, and Cal Poly are the first team to 20 here. 20-18 as the Beach now trail to the corner for Pukas. Quick trigger from the freshman and sees her miss the three-pointer long. Samuel Afalave flies in for the rebound. Second chance here for the Beach. Jones Brown, left-handed drive to the top. Gets downhill, steps through contact, puts up a wild layup, misses long. Morgan Mack fights for the rebound, and the Beach will get a third bite of the apple here off the hands of Vanessa McManus last.
What I'm not liking here, JD, is that they're going for a lot of layups where they just flail their arms instead of actually have control of their shot.
Off the inbound, it's Pukas to the free throw line. Shovel pass to Jones Brown, gets the left elbow, back up top to Brennan Pukas, back to Jones Brown, left wing now. Gets a screen from Morgan Mack. Jones Brown over to Pukas, right wing. Back to Samuel Afalave. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Afalave lost her handle to her knees to Morgan Mack. Puts up a shot at the buzzer. Doesn't even get close. Butcher might have gotten a hand to it as well. Wasted possession there for the Beach as they had 3 chances to put something through the nylon.
The defense was hard right there from Cal Poly. Something that they're succeeding here tonight.
It's Gooseby off the handoff from Perez, getting to the right block, misses short. Perez fights for the rebound, tried to go right back up, poke loose by Jones Brown to Gooseby now at the free throw line. She backs out. 10 seconds on the shot clock for Cal Poly. Perez, handoff at the free throw line to Butcher. Butcher, long 2, misses short, tipped around down low, and it's Perez who's called for the foul. Once again, Jacoya Jones-Brown picking up a foul that goes against the offense. That will be Perez's first personal foul. She'll stay on the floor. Both teams make changes. Rosie Akot checks in for Kylie Pepe. As Cal Poly continue to full court press, 3 minutes to go before halftime. Samuel Afalabi across half court, breaks the press herself. Crosses over, bounces one to Jones Brown to the right corner for Brenna Pukas. Pukas calls for a screen from Morgan Mack, gets one, uses it, rolls right, back to Jones Brown in the right corner. Jones Brown bumps off, step back, jumper, misses short. Skying for the rebound is Thompson. Cal Poly lead 20-18. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the second quarter. Garcia at the top to Thompson. Thompson, handoff on the left wing to Gooseby, back to Perez, to Garcia, left wing. Garcia directing traffic, 10 on the shot clock for Cal Poly. Garcia now drives with the left hand, working on Jones Brown, tries to step all the way through and does, and she wanted to pass out to the wing for Gooseby, and instead it's Samuel Afalabi sticking a hand out and forcing Cal Poly into a tough spot. 6 seconds on the shot clock as they'll have to inbound from right in front of the Long Beach bench.
Afalabi bringing that pressure here in order to get the ball back.
And a costly call against the Beach here as Perez was trying to inbound the ball. Rosie Akot called for a delay of game. Still 6 seconds on the shot clock. As Perez gets it into Gooseby, wide open, she gets downhill, steps through the paint, puts up a layup, and Cal Poly beat the shot clock, and they're up to their largest lead of the night at 22-18. Long Beach in a 3-minute scoring drought as Jones Brown directs traffic. 2 minutes to go in this second quarter. Jones Brown to Mack at the top. Mack, handoff to Afalabi. Afalabi, little hezzy step, gets downhill with the left hand. She goes up for the layup, missed it short. Cal Poly pulled down the rebound.
Again with those, the Beach pulling up with those praying Hail Mary layups. They need to have more control of the ball and know where to make that shot.
Pass down low to Thompson, guarded by Afalabi. The mismatch as Thompson goes up and gets fouled from behind. Morgan Mack, the help defender, came across the paint. And it'll send Cherish Thompson back to the free throw line. Christy Reynoso also checking in for the first time tonight. Cherish Thompson at the line, already 2 for 2. Graduate of Sachet High School, native of Texas. Holds her school record for most points ever scored with over 1,900 in her career. She's continued that scoring here at Cal Poly this season in her freshman year. She buries her first free throw. And Thompson goes 2 for 2. So on the night, Cherish Thompson has 8 points. And she's perfect from the charity stripe. 24-18, minute 30 to go before halftime as Morgan Mack breaks the timeline. Handoff to Kylie Pepe. Over to Christy Reynoso, her first touch. Asks for a screen from Jones Brown. Doesn't use it, gets it to Jones Brown now at the top. Swung across to Kylie Pepe. There's a lane for Pepe. She drives with the left hand, gets down to the block, puts up a wild layup that misses short. Off bottom iron. And Gooseby will take it across the timeline for Cal Poly, who have snatched the momentum here in the second quarter.
It looked like she was looking for a foul there, but didn't get what she wanted.
To Perez at the top. 10 seconds on the shot clock. A nice feed down low to Gooseby, who slipped free of the double team at the perimeter. And Cal Poly lead 26-18. Rosie Akot to Jones Brown. Left wing over to Pepe. Pepe down low to Rosie Akot, who's back cutting, and Rosie Akot breaks the scoring drought for the Beach that had extended over 4.5 minutes. It's back to a 6-point game.
That play looked more like what we saw in the first quarter. Hopefully they could keep going with those plays, draw out, especially for Akot.
Thompson at the top. Over to Gooseby, to Perez. Left wing Garcia, looking for an option. Floats one over the top to Thompson. Thompson looks to go to work. Backing down Christy Reynoso. Steps through, off the backboard. Gets her own rebound off the miss. Puts it back up, misses short again. Beach fight for the rebound. Perez had it first. Mack over her back is called for the foul. And Nora Perez will head to the free throw line.
5 white jerseys down in the paint. Happened to get the rebound twice for Cal Poly. Right now the Beach's bench is completely vocal as they were on defense that time.
Cherish Thompson will sub out as Cal Poly make changes for the final 12.8 seconds here in the first half. Nora Perez at the free throw line, native of San Sebastian, Spain. Her first free throw up and good. Perez in the season just a 46% free throw shooter. She said her word coming into this season was confidence. She wanted to have more confidence in herself in her sophomore season after playing 25 games for the Mustangs last year. Buries her second free throw, 28-20. Cal Poly lead shot clock off. 10 seconds to go as Jones-Brown takes it across half court. Guarded by McManus. Jones-Brown, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Rolls to her left, gets downhill. Jones-Brown goes for the layup and beats the buzzer.
On 2 defenders, making that layup look easy.
Jacoya Jones-Brown able to beat the buzzer for the Beach and cut it back to a 6-point game, but Amy Wright will not be happy heading into halftime, especially considering the way Long Beach State started this game. A 10-0 run, Cal Poly behind the 8 ball, and from there, from that first timeout, Cal Poly climbed their way back, take their first lead halfway here through the second quarter, and now go into a halftime ahead 28-22, a rare position for this Mustangs team.
Hopefully through halftime they get the dust cleaned off of them. I like what I saw at the end there. It looked very reminiscent of that first quarter. Hopefully it doesn't end up exactly how that second quarter went in the third.
Rosie Acott leading the Beach with 7 points, followed closely by Jacoya Jones-Brown. Cal Poly in that first half shoot just 1 of 6 from beyond the arc. They dominate the rebounding battle, 21-17. That's what has them ahead into the break. Back in about 14 minutes here in the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid for second half action on 22 West Radio. Welcome back to the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid. JayDe Beaudry alongside Carlos Acedo for second half action between Long Beach State and Cal Poly. Long Beach State dominated the first quarter of this matchup, leading 10-0 and 15-10 at the end of the period. But that second quarter, Carlos, the game flipped on its head. Cal Poly dominates the frame 18-7. And we find ourselves now with the Mustangs up 28-22, 20 minutes away from breaking a 12-game losing streak.
The thing that we need to get of note right here is that the turnovers are killing the Beach. 8 of them are steals. And then we're also getting 11 points off of parts of turnovers from Cal Poly. While the Beach, with their steals, they've only gotten 0 points off turnovers. While they've already only had 4 steals as of late. They're right behind Cal Poly with 5 steals, so there's something that they need to find.
Defensive intensity will look to be the story here in the second half for the Beach. The Mustangs get the first possession. It's Gooseby at the right wing. 15 seconds to work with, being given plenty of real estate by Jones Brown. Flips it over to the left side for Valley, who drives. Tied up at the free throw line. Back over to Gooseby, left wing. 10 seconds on the shot clock now. She drives through the paint, now reverses course, picks up her dribble, feeds a pass over the top to the cutting Thompson, coming from the perimeter down to the right block. And a chaotic possession there for Cal Poly. They'll only have 3.7 seconds off the inbound to make something happen.
Hopefully they keep getting off these turnovers.
It's Gooseby down low to McManus, who goes up, gets fouled, and gets the layup to fall. Cal Poly a chance at a 3-point play here to kick off the third quarter.
Momentum. Hopefully the Beach could get it on their side as well. But right now, defense is still the same, as we can see.
Vanessa McManus buries her free throw. She's a player that assistant coach Samba Johnson called hungry. She was certainly hungry on that last play. Only 3 seconds on the shot clock. She comes downhill and gets the layup plus a foul. Cal Poly now up to their largest lead of the night, 31-22, a 9-point advantage for the Mustangs, who trailed by 10 to start this game. Pukas over to Ka, to the left over to Pepe. Backs out to the top to Brenna Pukas, right wing, down to the corner for Rosie Akot. Back to Brenna Pukas to Pepe. Beach moving the ball around, but there's only 5 seconds on the shot clock now as Pepe has to drive. Down with the right hand. She picks up her dribble, spins around, misses the shot off back iron. No shot clock violation, but a lot of time off the clock on that possession for the Beach as they come up empty.
Didn't look like they got the shot that they wanted. Unfortunately, they didn't get the shot that they could get.
Thompson pressured by Akot at the top. Now Thompson lowers the shoulder, gets down to the block, puts up a layup that misses. Akot fights for the rebound, and it gets fumbled into the hands of Kenan Ka, who will look to push the pace. Kenan Ka going coast to coast, floats a pass back out to Jones Brown. Now her left-handed drive gets from the perimeter down to the block, and Jones Brown flips in the layup for her 8th point of the night.
Beautiful touch there. Complete opposite of what we saw in the second quarter with aggressive, out-of-nowhere layups.
Mustangs possess at the top. McManus, left-handed drive to the free throw line, elevates for the jumper. Brenna Pukas falls to the floor, and McManus makes it look all too easy. 9 points now for the sophomore guard. Jones Brown will take it across the timeline. Cal Poly still holding on to a 9-point lead. 33-24, 8 minutes to go in the third. Jones Brown to the corner for Pukas, back to Jones Brown. Jones Brown crosses over, gets downhill, puts up a layup, misses off the glass, and it's Pepe who gets the rebound stripped away before she can go back up. McManus takes it across for the Mustangs.
Pepe looked like she wanted the foul there, but unfortunately cost them a turnover.
It's Billing ripping through, kicking to the corner. Gooseby for a 3, missed everything long into the arms of Kylie Pepe. Long outlet pass to Kenan Ka. Looking to go coast to coast are the Beach, and Kenan Ka gets the finger roll layup to fall with some window love. Long Beach State down by 7, 33-26.
Exactly what we need to see, points off turnovers. Exactly what Cal Poly's doing. The Beach needs to do that.
Points in transition as well. The Beach running the floor here early in the third. McManus, jumper from the elbow, falls, and Vanessa McManus is providing an offensive spark here for the Mustangs. She's got double digits now. Back up to a 9-point lead. Cal Poly 35, Long Beach State 26. Jones Brown at the top, face guarded by Gooseby. To Pepe, left wing. Ball in the hardwood. Kylie Pepe fakes, drives, gets blocked from behind by Thompson and called for the offensive foul as she bulldozed Jordan Billing. And nothing is falling here to start this third quarter for Long Beach State. Cal Poly fired up on their bench as well. Shailene Stiers, the fourth-year head coach, not having the season she wanted at the helm of Cal Poly, as the Mustangs are just 3-23 and 1-15 in conference play. But they hold on to a big lead here nearly halfway through the third quarter. Perez over to Butcher. Back up top to McManus. McManus left-handed drive back to the elbow, elevates over Morgan Mack but cannot connect. Jones-Brown pulls down the rebound, looks to get out and run in transition. Jones-Brown trying to go coast to coast. The floater from the free throw line falls for Jacoya Jones-Brown. What a play from the sophomore guard.
The ball looked like it had zero gravity there. Completely perfect off the touch of that layup.
Gooseby wide open for 3. Given so much time and space by the Beach defense, Gooseby lets one fly. And Cal Poly traded 2 for 3. They're now up by 10, 38-28.
The Beach were caught sleeping on that defense there.
Jones-Brown gets the ball poked loose by McManus. Looking to go coast to coast, it's McManus bumping off Morgan Mack. She gets the layup, wanted a foul, and instead it's timeout Long Beach. Cal Poly up 40-28, and the Mustangs are fired up. Vanessa McManus taking over this third quarter.
Everything is absolutely clicking for Cal Poly here, and everything is going absolutely wrong for the Beach. Hopefully it can get shift after this timeout.
Vanessa McManus, in her sophomore season, spent last year at the Division II college, St. Leo University in Florida. Had 19 games where she scored 10 or more points. This season, she's taken it up another level. Only 5 games this season where she's had less than 10. She's got 4 20-point games and a pair of 30-point performances. So far here in this third quarter, she has anchored the Cal Poly offense, averaging just shy of 17 points per game. Native of Staten Island, New York. Last year, a runner-up for the Sunshine State Conference Freshman of the Year. In this third quarter, McManus has 9.
She's definitely putting the man in McManus here tonight.
And this is a Cal Poly team, Carlos, that came into this season with some high aspirations. They made it all the way last season to the Big West Tournament second round, where they lost out to UC San Diego after picking up their first ever Big West Tournament win under Shailene Stiers with a 56-54 decision over UC Santa Barbara. But that team last year that went 14-18 and secured the 8th seed was anchored by some seniors that really shaped this program under Stiers. Annika Shaw, who scored 1,000 points playing against Long Beach last year in the gold mine, was a graduate on that team and is now playing professionally in England alongside Sydney Richard and Sydney Borland and Ashley Hikari, 4 really impactful players that graduated from the program, and then 2 transfers that Stiers hoped would return in Mary Cotter and Sarah Litchie did not. Instead, they transferred to Wake Forest and Gonzaga, and all of a sudden Cal Poly came into this season with a completely new roster and a lot of players needing to step up and play meaningful minutes for the first time in their careers.
At times when a team has a season like this, when they lose a core like that, they can only look nowhere but up. Even though there might be a lot of losses and a lot of mistakes throughout each game, they learn through those mistakes and they grow a bond. It's a whole new team, a whole new era for Cal Poly. Cal
Poly is a very undersized team, and Cal Poly is really defining success this year, not by the numbers, which are all very ugly. They've struggled this season to score, to limit the turnovers, to execute late in games, and to really get the details right. But it's Vanessa McManus who said it really beautifully. She said, I think people are looking at the stats. They don't see the work we put in every day. For a lot of us, this is our first year playing big minutes. We're inexperienced, but we're working really hard, and this is a growth process. Up and down this Cal Poly Mustangs roster are freshmen, are people who excelled in high school, experienced scorers who are still adjusting to the Division I level. It was Alana Gooseby, who was a part of these teams for the past 2 years, that says, I think rebuilding is really changing the program. And Shailene Stiers has had to ride out some rough waters here in 2026, but Cal Poly hoping they can turn it around to close out this season. That all starts with a win today and breaking that 12-game losing streak. You got to love, even with the season that they had, that they still have that confidence in them going throughout the season, looking forward to next season and each game that passes by. And for Cal Poly, a lot of their success over these past few games where they still have dropped games and there have been some big losses during that stretch, they have reduced the turnovers, they've increased their defensive rebounding abilities, and they've been competitive in the third quarter especially. And they're showing that off so far here in the Pyramid, leading the third quarter and scoring 12-6, and they've opened up a 12-point lead. Off the timeout, they go into a full-court press. Long Beach looking to get back on the board here in their home gym. Entry pass to Oliva Fernandez, left elbow, who looks for an option, has to dribble out to the top, picks up her dribble, and now fires one to the right corner for Rosie Acott. Inside to Jones-Brown. She's going to pull a long mid-range jumper, and it's in for 2. Jacoya Jones-Brown gets the Beach back within 10.
Off 2 defenders, she knew exactly what she needed to do to that shot. She wanted to take it, and she did.
Driving in from the elbow is Butcher all the way down to the block, and she's got her first points of the night.
Absolutely trucking through there. Got exactly what she wanted.
Kenan Ka, left wing. Beach now down by 12. Ka, pass over the top to a cutting Rosie Akot, who's wide open on the block. And she flips in the layup. Rosie Akot, who got this game started with 5 straight points, now gets her first points here in the third quarter.
The Beach needs to look for Akot more, have her get those good looks right off of the cut.
Back up to the top. It's Nora Perez for a 3, missing off front iron. It bounces all the way back out to Perez, and Morgan Mack now rips it away from the sophomore forward. Nearly disaster there for the Beach.
Could have been a costly turnover. They need to be ready for those rebounds later in the game.
Kenan Ka goes to work on the block off the pass from Morgan Mack, and it's in for Kenan Ka. Beach cut the deficit back down to 8, needing a stop here. McManus, right-handed drive, across to Butcher on the left wing. Butcher now drives to the top, back to McManus on the right side. McManus picked up her dribble, needs an option, back to Butcher at the top. Over to Gooseby, left wing, 10 seconds on the shot clock, gets a screen from Perez, rolls to the free throw line for Thompson. Back out to Gooseby, left wing, left-handed drive to the block, floats one over the top for Perez. Pump fake, 1 second on the shot clock, she missed it short, and Judy Oliva-Fernandez pulls down the rebound. Long pass up the floor to Morgan Mack, who's going to go through contact off the window. She missed the layup, shied away from Thompson, who was big and wide down there on the block, and the Beach missed a chance to go and stack some more points in transition.
They definitely needed that layup. It was an easy layup. Can't keep missing those easy shots, especially when they get a good look like that.
Gooseby rolls off the screen from Perez, back up top to Thompson, picks up her dribble. McManus receives at the top, crosses over on Morgan Mack, gets to the free throw line, pulls a jumper, and McManus is making it look too easy. Vanessa McManus, 11 points now in the third quarter alone.
Mack did not know where she was at on that.
Jones-Brown, past the free throw line, turnaround jumper, and Judy Oliva-Fernandez, for the first time since coming back from injury in this game, is on the board. Her first points since January 10th. And the Beach now trail by 8, 44-36. Butcher at the top to Thompson. Right wing, pressured by Akot, handoff to Gooseby. Gooseby floats over to the right corner, dumps it down low to Thompson, who's wide open for the scoop and score. The Beach doubled the corner and left the woman in the middle of the floor wide open. Cal Poly back up by 10.
3 defenders did not know where she was at. Kind of like a sneaky like a mouse.
Jones-Brown rolls to the right wing, pulls a triple, and it's bottoms for Jacoya Jones-Brown. The Beach trading buckets here with the Mustangs here in the third. 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Cal Poly 46, Long Beach 39. Timeout, Long Beach State, as Amy Wright wants a chance to talk to her team and possibly a chance to close out this deficit over the final 2 minutes of this third quarter.
Fernandez looked completely fired up for her team right there. Absolutely becoming vocal, trying to push her team back into this game.
And Judy Oliva-Fernandez missing about a month through injury, native of Spain. Grew up playing 3-on-3 basketball, and that's really where she gets her strengths from. She's a very grounded player. Amy Wright has said time and time again she doesn't know she's ever seen Judy Oliva-Fernandez jump for a layup. But when she's fired up, she can really be an igniter on the bench. During her time away through injury, she was on the bench. She was in the stands when she couldn't be on the bench, making all kinds of noise for her team. A big part of that win for Long Beach State against CSUN was thanks to Oliva-Fernandez making noise on the bench. And this is the Long Beach State team that finds themselves in a very similar position to Cal Poly this year. Last year, losing 6 of their 7 minutes leaders, only returning Jacoya Jones-Brown, who is only a sophomore this year. Savannah Tucker, Rachel Louie, Patricia Chung, Lovely Sonia, JayDe Crawshaw, all impactful players for the Beach that led Long Beach State to the Big West tournament where they lost out to UC Riverside in the first round. Coming into this year, Amy Wright knew this team would struggle. We heard it from the very beginning. They were going to struggle with size. They were going to need to struggle with consistency. And unfortunately, that's continued to be the story throughout the season, as Long Beach are also 3-23. Exact same record as Cal Poly, but they hold an advantage in the conference standings, having picked up 2 wins in 16 games on a 6-game losing streak now. And unfortunately, it's been the same problems time and time again for this Long Beach State team.
I mean, you said it. I mean, there are certain things that you could look as bright spots with this team. Obviously, Kenan Ka, who's been with this team for a while, as well as Kylie Pepe, who has been killing it at least last game. You got to look at the bright spots, clean up the messes, and if you get through that, you might come out with the win.
Now, those bright spots have emerged recently. It's Jacoya Jones-Brown, who's played nearly every single minute this season, and she's also third in the Big West in scoring, averaging 17.1 points per game. You mentioned those performances from Kenan Ka and Kylie Pepe. Over the last few weeks, they started to stack up. Kenan Ka has been able to consistently raise her own standard, breaking her career high 3 times over this season, topped off by 16 points against UC Davis right here in this building on Valentine's Day. And Kylie Pepe, a senior transfer from San Diego State, brought in to add size and experience, who did not have the greatest start to this season, is now really starting to flex her muscles on the offensive end.
It shows that Pepe just wants to gain her, not only her identity, but identity for this team. They need to gain this chemistry together game by game, and once they get through that, they'll get dubs every single of the way. Hopefully, they learn by each loss that they get.
And Kylie Pepe, 10 or more points in 9 of her last 11 games. She's been kept relatively quiet tonight by her own standards through 3 quarters. It's Kylie Pepe only with 3 points. She's 1 of 6 from the field. You highlighted her in the intro, Carlos, as a player to watch coming off a big performance despite the loss on the road in Northridge.
Yeah, Pepe needs to come in hot, as I said. Hopefully, she can keep going. She can keep it going, especially off the momentum of this game. But it looks like so far, we need to get the momentum off of Cal Poly, as they have the lead here tonight.
And you see Cal Poly come back onto the floor. Vanessa McManus leading the 5 on the floor. This is a team that has had to stick together through tough losses all season long. McManus leading the way with 15 points, and for the Beach, Jacoya Jones-Brown, who has 15 as well. Out of the media timeout, Long Beach State trails 39-46 as Kenan Ka possesses at the top. Swings over to Morgan Mack on the right wing. To the elbow for Jacoya Jones-Brown. Cross-court pass to Kenan Ka. Feeds Judy Oliva Fernandez cutting from the corner. What a play out of the timeout from the Beach.
Fernandez are already getting the spiciness up in that court with the Spaniard mentality.
Oliva Fernandez now playing defense at the top. As it's Gooseby over to Thompson. Beach still in man. McManus gets downhill, kicks to Gooseby on the right wing, and she walked, trying to put the ball on the hardwood. Took her eyes off it, and you see McManus gesturing to Gooseby. You just got to shoot that, being given so much time and space by this Long Beach State defense.
You got to listen to the team captain there. McManus has been killing it so far. You got to help her out on the threes there.
It's Jones-Brown at the top. Long Beach trail by 5. Minute 20 to go in the third quarter. Jones-Brown fakes out a screen, has to pull a long 2 as she worked for some space, missed it short. Rebound by Avery Knapp. McManus can slow the pace here for the Mustangs. Across the logo, McManus gets a screen from Thompson, uses it, rolling to her right, back up top to Knapp. Knapp over to Gooseby, left wing. Kenan Ka giving her a few feet of space. Gooseby picks up her dribble, fires a pass cross court. It's Garcia pulling a 3 now from the right wing. She missed it. Offensive rebound, Avery Knapp puts the ball down, now has to get it back up to Gooseby. A fresh 15 on the shot clock for the Mustangs. Gooseby bounces one to McManus, back up top. Fed over to Gooseby on the left wing. McManus cuts through the corner. Instead, Gooseby goes to the top for Thompson. Here's a 3 from Thompson. She missed it short. Ball's on the ground, and Judy Oliva Fernandez has to rip it through and pick it up. Beach work quickly in transition as Oliva Fernandez fires a cross-court pass. Amy Wright is frustrated as it missed everything. Tried to find Kylie Pepe, and really that pass, Carlos, was not close.
Yeah, Amy Wright completely vocal right now, punching the table as we've seen. Kind of scared me right there, but hopefully the Beach could get there. Fernandez had a good idea trying to get that pass through, but just was a little too soon.
And that's the third time tonight we've seen a pass in transition go awry. Beach not exactly dominating in a category they would hope to exploit against a team like Cal Poly. Only 4 points off the fast break tonight for the Beach. As Cal Poly are also in the midst of a 2-minute scoring drought. 20 seconds to go. It's Gooseby holding for the last shot here in the third quarter. Mustangs lead 46-41. Gooseby pressured by a cot. Now sets the possession in motion, rolls to the corner. 5 seconds on the shot clock, kicks it over to Garcia. Left wing 3. Garcia's going to pull it off a step back and bury it. Cal Poly beat the buzzer in the third to go up by 8. And it's Arissa Garcia off the step back that gets the Mustangs back ahead by a big number.
Not something that you want to see at the end of the quarter. That gives them the momentum right back to them as they were in a drought right at the end of that quarter.
Garcia's 3 sends us into the break. Cal Poly ahead 49-41 as we head to the fourth on 22 West Radio. You are listening to 22 West Radio, broadcasting live on YouTube and online at 88.1 KKJZ HD3. JayDe Beaudry alongside Carlos Acedo, ready for fourth quarter action, and we can bring you some important scores from around the Big West. On the women's side, Cal State Bakersfield down at halftime to UC San Diego, 39-30. If Bakersfield lose out tonight alongside a Northridge win, the Roadrunners will also be undefeated, will also be eliminated from playoff contention before they face the Beach on Saturday. That game in Northridge that the Beach will have their eyes on. It's UC Irvine ahead 43-35 at the Bren Event Center as they trail towards the end of the third quarter. Beach get the possession started here in the fourth, trailing 41-49. Kenenka, right wing, picks up her dribble to Pepe at the top. Kylie Pepe hands off to Jones Brown. Tries to get downhill and now backs out to the right wing. Across the court to Kylie Pepe. Left-handed drive, gets her down to the block, and she gets fouled. Put up a layup that went off the bottom of the rim, and Kylie Pepe will head to the free throw line.
I like the aggressive there to start off the fourth.
Kylie Pepe only 3 points tonight after scoring 10 or more in 9 of her last 11 games, coming off a career-high 24 points on the road in Northridge. First free throw for Pepe, no good. Pepe's also been a solid free throw shooter, especially in the clutch this season.
It seems like Cal Poly seen that in the film, and they're really pushing down Pepe this game.
Pepe misses her second free throw, but Rosie Acott pulls down the offensive rebound. Beach get a second chance here off a rare 0 for 2 trip from the line from Kylie Pepe, who now possesses at the top. Ball on the hardwood, hand off to Rosie Acott on the left wing. Acott continues her run into the paint, flips a layup up, misses short, tips it around. Beach fight for the offensive rebound. Instead, it's Cherish Thompson who rips it away from the oncoming Kenenka. McManus at the top, 15 points for the sophomore guard tonight. Tries to float a pass to Thompson on the elbow. It's poked loose and stolen away by Kylie Pepe. Beach can come again. Pepe, left-handed drive, bounce pass to the corner. Rosie Acott for 3. You bet! Rosie Acott lets out a yell as she heads back on defense. Long Beach State cut the deficit down to 5.
Acott liked that shot, and she drains it beautifully.
Rosie Acott tonight, 12 points now. As Gooseby gets it over to the top for Avery Knapp. Further on to the right side for Garcia. Hand off to Thompson at the elbow. Step back jumper from Thompson falls.
Thompson seemed that she was getting forgotten there on the defensive end from Long Beach State.
Thompson now has 12. Cal Poly lead 51-44. Pass over the top goes to Jones Brown, and Kenenka with some laser vision to feed Jones Brown through double coverage. Let the Beach respond.
Beautiful pass right through the cut of that play.
Garcia picks up her dribble on the right wing. Pressured by Kenenka, has to get it up to Thompson. Beach trailed by 5, 51-46. Gooseby. Pass down to Thompson on the left block. She goes to work on Kylie Pepe. Picks up her dribble. Tries to step through. Back up top to Gooseby. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Gooseby uses a screen. Drives right. Puts up a wild layup. Misses off the window. Jones Brown pulls it down with ease.
The Beach need to convert off of that turnover here.
Jones Brown to the right corner for Morgan Mack. Back up top to Jones Brown. Back to Mack. Right wing, cross-court pass. Rosie Acott collects in the corner. Right-handed drive. She gets downhill, puts up the layup, gets fouled. Can't get the finish, but will head to the free throw line for 2.
The Beach coming in with some high energy. Hopefully it could capitalize really well in this game.
Rosie Acott starting her 13th of the last 14 games for the Beach tonight. Has had a few flashy performances this season. Tonight has 12. Along with 5 rebounds and 3 assists, Rosie Acott heads to the free throw line. She's hovered around 50% from the line all season long. And she buries her first free throw. 13 points now for Rosie Acott. That 3 she made a few possessions ago, also her first made 3-pointer in the last 2 games. Previously she was 0 for 8, and now she also goes 2 for 2 from the line. Some confusion on the substitutions here for the Beach as Acott stays on the floor. That's Kylie Pepe who comes off. Beach into a full court press now. Acott steals it away. Jones Brown at the free throw line. Back up top to Kenenka. Penetrates the perimeter. Over to the right wing for Morgan Mack. Cross court pass to Jones Brown on the left wing. Beach can slow their possession now. Morgan Mack, hand off to Kenenkaw, left wing, gets a screen from Oliva Fernandez, picks up her dribble to Mack on the right wing, dump down low to Oliva Fernandez, back out to Jones Brown, corner three coming from Rosie Akot off the side of the backboard, and Gooseby pulls down the rebound. That possession chance for Long Beach State to tie this game, as it's Cal Poly who leads 51-48. Gooseby gets downhill on a right-handed drive, has to back out, feed it down low, going up strongly as Nora Perez, blocked by Judy Oliva Fernandez, and out of bounds. The Mustangs will inbound from their own baseline.
Fernandez again coming in this game with full high energy, exactly what the Beach needs.
Cal Poly go 4 low off the inbound into Perez to Garcia at the top. Trying to free up Thompson down low, and it's Garcia ripping through on Rosie Akot and getting tripped up. So Akot will be called for the foul. Referees have been relatively quiet with the whistle tonight. Kimberly Hobbs, Jushelle Warlow, and Marissa Cannon, the 3 officials tonight. That foul, the first of the quarter for Long Beach.
The referee's letting the kids play, as they say.
It's Perez at the top, swinging over to Gooseby. 15 seconds on the shot clock, fed down low to Thompson. She faces up on Akot now in the short corner. Drives down low, kicks to the corner. Garcia, pump fake, now drives on Oliva Fernandez, goes up strong, and Oliva Fernandez commits another foul. It's about as big of a mismatch as you're going to get on the floor tonight. Judy Oliva Fernandez, 6'2", Marissa Garcia, just 5'6", and Oliva Fernandez put up her hands and then brought him straight down on Marissa Garcia, who will now head to the free throw line.
That's like saying me and you, JayDe, down on the floor.
Oliva Fernandez playing with all kinds of fire, all kinds of heart, but it sends Garcia to the free throw line. 57% shooter on the season as she buries her first. Garcia coming off that great season at Murray State College. This season, scoring has really not been in her favor. Only 4 points tonight. Her career high as a Mustang is 9. She buries her second free throw. She's up to 5 points on the night. Coming off a game where she played 36 minutes against Hawaii, only tallied 2 points. Cal Poly lead 53-48, 6.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Jones Brown, skip pass to Morgan Mack on the left wing. Mack spins inside off the floater. She gets it to fall. Half layup, half floater, half throw off the backboard from Morgan Mack, and it's back to a 3-point game.
Tough lay-in. Exactly what we need, though. I love the aggressiveness.
Cal Poly possess, up 53-50, 6 minutes to go. Garcia left wing as the Beach bench makes noise. Garcia rolls to the elbow, lets a jumper fly, rebounded by Jones Brown. The Beach can tie the game on this possession here as they trailed. This is the halfway point in the second quarter. Handoff from Kenenkaw to the cutting Jacoya Jones Brown, and it's out of bounds. It'll stay with the Beach, though, as it went off a Cal Poly defender last. The Beach will inbound from the left block. They go into a 3 low, 1 high look. Kaw, the inbounder, gets it into Jones Brown, cutting across to the left corner. Back up top to Morgan Mack. Hand off to Oliva Fernandez, left wing. She rolls to the top of the key. Now to the right wing. Feeds inside to Kenenkaw, who steps back outside the perimeter, lets one fly from beyond the arc, misses it off back iron. Morgan Mack pulls down the offensive rebound for the Beach. Over to Jones Brown on the left wing, goes the pass, and it's through the hands of Jacoya Jones Brown. A rare error for the sophomore guard, and a turnover for the Beach.
The play started off really well. Unfortunately, Jones Brown was not ready for that pass.
Cal Poly have not made a shot from the floor in the last 3 minutes as they still hold on to a 3-point lead. 53-50, 5.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Thompson at the top, handoff to McManus, to Perez. Inside to Thompson at the free throw line. She jab steps, spins, tries to get through contact by Rosie Akot. Puts up the layup, does not fall, but she gets the foul and will head to the free throw line. It's Rosie Akot's second personal foul as Cherish Thompson, the 6-foot freshman forward, already with 13 points tonight and 3 of 3 shooting from the free throw line. Will look to add 2 more now. Her 7th straight game this season with 10 or more points as she buries her free throw. Thompson, among the best free throw shooters on this Cal Poly team, 81% from the line this season. She has burst onto the scene this year for the Mustangs with her scoring ability, especially as of late. Coming off a 22-point performance against Hawaii, and she goes 2 for 2 again from the line. Morgan Mack at the top with the Beach down by 5. 5 minutes to go, 55-50 on the scoreboard. Jones Brown in the corner, thought about a three. Now she pulls it and gets fouled. McManus in her landing area. And Jones Brown doesn't bury the triple. Will head to the free throw line to shoot three.
Got blessed with that one there in a game where there's not that many fouls off of the free throws.
And it'll be Jacoya Jones-Brown shooting free throws on the other side of the media timeout. Long Beach trailed by a 5 and a chance to cut the deficit down to 2 on the other side of the break on 22 West Radio. Timeout moments away from breaking. 7:30 p.m. Pacific time is what the clock reads here at the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid, which means we can bring you an update from San Luis Obispo, where Long Beach State men's basketball is locked in a battle with the Mustangs for the 8th and final seed in the Big West Championships. Long Beach State 4-12 in conference play, the Mustangs 8-8. If the Mustangs beat Long Beach State men's basketball tonight, Long Beach State men's basketball season is over. Cal Poly secures the 8th seed. If Long Beach State pull out a victory, their playoff push once again extends for another 3 days until Cal Poly win a game or lose out and give Long Beach a chance to steal that 8th seed. Some history on the line tonight as well. Gavin Sykes, the freshman phenomenon for Long Beach State, 7 points away from breaking the freshman single-season scoring record set by Lucius Harris back in 1989. Sykes needed 17 points coming into tonight. He already has 10 as Long Beach State trail 25-26 halfway through the first half. Back here in the pyramid, though, Long Beach State women's basketball also hoping to keep their season alive, trailing 50-55. Out of the timeout, it's Jones Brown at the free throw line shooting 3 free throws. She knocks down her first. Jacoya Jones Brown leading the Beach in scoring tonight. 18 points already, make it 19 as she knocks down her second free throw. Jacoya Jones Brown came into this season as a sophomore looking to find her voice and lead this team. It has not always been easy for Jones Brown, but she just hit 3 big free throws, and Long Beach State are back in this game with under 5 minutes to go. 53-50, Beach going to a full court press off the inbound. Pass up the floor to Thompson, just breaks it for the Mustangs. Garcia over to Gooseby at the top. Cal Poly trying to take as much time off as they can. As the pyramid starts to get loud, it's Perez wide open, driving onto the right block. She goes up strong and gets fouled by Kanaka, who had to rotate over. Nora Perez wide open on the corner, puts the ball in the hardwood, gets the contact, and we'll head to the line to extend this Cal Poly lead. Nora Perez playing her 6th straight game off the bench. In the previous 5, she had a combined 13 points. Tonight she has 6, so return to form for Perez, averaging just over 5 points a game this season. Second free throw, also no good. Rebounded by Rosie Akot, and it was tipped out of her hands by Garcia. Perez goes 0 for 2, just a 46% free throw shooter on the season, and a big let off there for the Beach.
We have a really good game so far in this fourth quarter. 4 minutes and 37 seconds left. Hopefully, we keep it going.
Long Beach trail by 2, 55-53. Trying to keep their season alive here in the Pyramid and chase down that 3rd conference win. Akot fires a pass into the paint, looking for a cutting Judy Oliva Fernandez. It's poked off of Cherish Thompson, and Thompson also called for the foul. So something to watch here down the stretch of this fourth quarter. 4 fouls against Cal Poly, 4 also against the Beach. Both teams approaching the bonus. Inbound from the baseline into Oliva Fernandez, down to the block for Jones Brown, who goes to work, kicks it out to Kennicott at the top. Rosie Akot, right wing, jab step inside the D. She backs out to Morgan Mack on the right wing. 5 seconds on the shot clock for the Beach. Mack uses a screen, rolling to her left, kicks to the corner. Rosie Akot is forced into a long 3. She missed it short off the backboard. And it's Garcia coming away with the rebound.
They need to capitalize on those possessions. If they keep missing those shots, it ain't gonna be looking good for the Beach. Oh!
Rosie Akot rips the ball away from Thompson at the top of the key, trying to go coast to coast. Rosie Akot is ripped down hard by Cherish Thompson, and the Beach bench has to be held back. That was a hard foul from Cherish Thompson. She tied up Rosie Akot by her arms as she went up, and both teams are being told to return to their benches. Thompson takes down Rosie Akot's arm, and the crowd here in the Pyramid calling for review on this call. That was some hard contact, Carlos.
Very much so. I'm shocked the call got up really fast. Kudos to her. The Long Beach team was very adamant about that call. Hopefully they get the call right. Let's see what we got.
Amy Wright immediately off the bench gestured back to say, everybody else stay back, I got this. The officials come to a conference, and they're going to rule, it looks like a common foul against Cherish Thompson. Thompson tonight 15 points in 33 minutes alongside 6 rebounds and 6 assists. 5 rebounds, no assists. But it'll be the 5th team foul against Cal Poly, putting Long Beach State in the bonus. So Rosie Akot will head to the line no matter what, whether they rule it a shooting foul or a foul on the floor, to shoot a couple of shots from the charity stripe.
Hopefully she makes those shots. It'll be a tie game here tonight.
If Rosie Akot can indeed go 2 for 2, we will be tied with 3 minutes and 49 seconds to go in this game. Both teams looking to break long losing streaks coming into this one. Long Beach State 6 straight losses, Cal Poly 12 straight losses. Just 1-15 in conference play this season are the Mustangs. That one win, though, came against Long Beach at the Mott Athletic Center on January 3rd. In that game, Cherish Thompson had 20 points, Vanessa McManus had 15, Nora Perez had 11. 3 double-digit scores for the Mustangs on a night where Long Beach State started cold and finished cold, only outscoring Cal Poly in the 3rd quarter. Tonight, a bit of a reversal from that first game. Long Beach comes out hot, a 10-0 run. They surrender the lead in the 2nd quarter after Cal Poly outscores the Beach 18-7, and we've gone back and forth really throughout this second half.
It's been a game of hot potato with the score. First quarter, Long Beach State comes out strong. 2nd quarter, Cal Poly comes out strong. 3rd, it was a mix of both, I would say. And then the 4th quarter, we're back to these teams almost being tied. We'll see how it goes down in the end of the stretch. Both teams' backs against the wall.
There's only been one lead change in this game, and it came about halfway through the 2nd quarter when Cal Poly retook the lead, again being down by 10 off a 10-0 run from the tip. Cal Poly methodically worked their way back into this game, took their first lead halfway through the 2nd quarter, and they have not looked back, hoping to close out this game with just under 4 minutes to go against a Long Beach State team that has lost 6 straight, but has picked up 2 conference wins here in this building. Both conference wins for Long Beach State have happened in the Pyramid. All 3 wins this season have come in the Pyramid. And as the Beach looking to come out of this long break with a chance to tie the game. The officials originally ruled a common foul. Now they're taking a look to see if there's anything extra here. Maybe a flagrant 1, maybe a flagrant 2, maybe just a technical foul. But the officiating crew tonight pouring over the monitor, making sure that they get this one correct. And it looks like the call will remain the same as the officials come together in a conference and both teams head back out onto the floor. Long Beach State also cold from the floor. No shots made from the hardwood in the last 2.5 minutes. Cal Poly in the midst of a 5-minute scoring drought from the field. In the Big West this year, the contenders have already locked up their spots in the Big West Championships. UC Irvine, UC Davis, UC San Diego, really in a 3-horse race for that regular season championship, followed closely by Cal State Fullerton, who have come on strong to the end of this season. Hawaii have also locked up their spot in the championships alongside Santa Barbara, both with 10 wins. UC Riverside also expected to lock up a seed tonight in the Big West Championships, returning after missing last season, or excuse me, after their run last season got them to the semifinals. And CSUN with a win tonight over UC Irvine would secure the 8th and final seed. As the call comes in, the crowd is not too happy with it just being ruled a common foul. I'll bring you another update from from the Northridge Irvine game being played at the Brent Event Center. It's a close one now. UC Irvine only ahead by 1, 52-51 with 4.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Irvine with a large lead throughout most of the contest, but now Northridge has closed the gap behind 20 points from Saray White.
Right, trying to plead her case about that foul, trying to see if it was going to be a flagrant foul rather than a common one to the ref.
Still a common foul is the ruling, though. But it'll be a shooting foul, and Rosie Akot gets 2 free throws here. If she makes both, it's a tie game. Akot misses the first one off back iron. Long Beach will also be in the bonus for the rest of this contest. Every foul from here on out will send them to the free throw line as Akot readies for her second free throw. And she buries her second. You hear the conversation between Amy Wright and the officials saying there was no potential for injury on the foul, which means it does not get ruled as a flagrant. But now it's a 1-point game. Cal Poly ahead, 55-44, under 4 minutes to go. McManus at the top, crosses over on Morgan Mack, lost her handle momentarily, has to pick it up, floated into Thompson at the free throw line, kick to the corner for Garcia, pump fake, she gets downhill to the block, spins out to Thompson on the right block. Out to Gooseby now at the top, she gets to the free throw line, pulls a mid-range jumper in the face of Kylie Pepe, and it falls. Cal Poly back up to a 3-point lead.
Doing her best Chris Paul impression, made that mid-range shot with ease.
Long Beach does not need a 3 here. Still plenty of time on the clock. 3 minutes to go. Jones-Brown, long 2 from the mid-range. Clutch from Atlanta's finest. Back to a 1-point game.
Beautiful, beautiful mid-range shot right back at him. If you know what you could do, I could do better.
McManus dumps it down to Thompson at the free throw line. Pressured by Akot. She backs out to the top of the key. Hands off to McManus. Right-handed drive. Gets past Morgan Mack. Goes right up on Rosie Akot. And Rosie Akot is called for the foul. McManus falls to the hardwood, but is held back up by her teammates. That foul will also put Cal Poly in the bonus. Vanessa McManus will head to the free throw line, where she is 3 for 3 tonight with 15 points. Her first free throw rims in and out. Big shot coming here for McManus. And she buries the second one. 2 minutes, 46 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Long Beach State trail by 1, 56-57. The Mustangs look to break a 12-game losing streak. Jones-Brown, left wing, faced up by Garcia, gets downhill, right-handed drive through contact, and it rims off the front of the iron, then the side. Jacoya Jones-Brown will head to the free throw line with a chance to put the Beach back in the lead for the first time since the second quarter.
Smart by them, trying to draw them fouls. Hopefully they could get back with 3 free throws.
Jacoya Jones-Brown has scored 20 or more points in now 3 of her last 4 games. She has 22 tonight. 23 as she ties us at 57. Jacoya Jones-Brown, the undisputed scoring leader and vocal leader of this team, with a big free throw on her shoulders here. It's up and through, and Long Beach retake the lead. 2 minutes, 26 seconds to go, 58-57, as Long Beach State are being beckoned to back out of the full court press. It's Garcia at the top as the defense chants break out around the pyramid. Gooseby left wing, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Back up top to Thompson. Thompson rolls to the right wing, hands up to Garcia. Back to Perez, over to Gooseby, left wing, 5 seconds down on the shot clock. McManus rolls to the top, puts the ball in the hardwood. Time winding down, she has to pull a step-back jumper, and it's off back iron, rebounded by Morgan Mack. Less than 2 minutes to go. Rosie Akot on the right wing. Mack looking for instructions from Amy Wright on the sidelines. Faced up by Gooseby, yet to put the ball on the hardwood. Now Morgan Mack starts up the possession, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Crosses over at the top, now picks up her dribble. She's isolated, has to throw one down to the corner, and it's poked out of bounds by Nora Perez. She was looking for Ken and Ka, but now the Beach only have 10 seconds to work with. Jacoya Jones-Brown will inbound from right in front of her own bench. Bounces one into Ken and Ka. Handoff back to Jones-Brown. Short corner jumper off the backboard, then off iron. Rebounded by Morgan Mack. The freshman goes back up, misses it short. Rebounded by Kylie Pepe. Now she goes up, and the third chance opportunity falls for the Beach. A 3-point lead. A minute 25 to go. Timeout, Cal Poly.
You gotta love the grit. It's completely different in tone here in the pyramid. Everybody is hyped. The bench is hyped. It's gonna be a good game.
We'll keep it right here in the pyramid. Just a minute and 22 seconds to go. You mentioned the grit, Carlos. So far in this game, we have seen Long Beach State be out-rebounded, out-hustled, outplayed on the defensive end through much of the second half. That putback layup, only the 6th second chance point of the contest for Long Beach State, but it comes at a big time, especially for Kylie Pepe, who had also been held scoreless here throughout the second half.
Like I said before the game started, we need Pepe to bring in that grit and grind that she always usually does. She's had a bad game, but it looks like the fourth quarter is the turnaround.
The fourth quarter is Kylie Pepe's time to shine as Long Beach has ripped off a 6-0 run over the last minute and 45 seconds to turn this game right back around. They lead 60-57. Cal Poly still have 2 timeouts to burn. Long Beach have 3. This game far from over in the pyramid. Thompson will inbound into the front court for Perez. Perez handles at the top, over to Gooseby. Dumped down low to Thompson. Pressured, back up top to Gooseby. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Gooseby, right-handed drive on Ken and Ka. Rolls all the way through, kicks to the corner for Garcia. Thought about a 3, ball in the hardwood, tries to penetrate and push a pass down low. Instead, it's poked loose by Rosie Akot and out of bounds. Was looking for Perez, but the Mustangs get a little too jammed up in the paint, and now they'll have to inbound from their own baseline.
Exactly what we need to see. The defense is full 100% right here with the minute left.
Box set off the inbound for the Mustangs into McManus. 5 seconds on the shot clock. McManus downhill, puts up a wild layup, misses short. Perez goes up again, misses everything, and now there's only 2 seconds to go. Garcia fighting through contact. She traveled, and the Mustangs missed the iron twice. And it's a big stop for the Beach. And off the defensive stand, Amy Wright calls timeout. Judy Oliva Fernandez off the bench with so much energy, trying to will this Long Beach State team back into the win column tonight.
She's been doing that the entire game. She hasn't lost an ounce of energy at all. Is really trying to reel her team right into this win tonight.
Bit of foul trouble to watch for both teams. Ken and Ka has 4 personals, as does Vanessa McManus. It's also very important that Rosie Akot is on the floor in a situation like this. Both wins for the Beach have come at the buzzer thanks to Rosie Akot in this building. Against CSUN, it was Rosie Akot applying a big-time stop on Jite Bay-Mutor, one of the best big women in the Big West, at the buzzer. And it was also Rosie Akot playing perimeter defense against Kaylani Polk against UC Riverside to deny a 3-pointer that would have given UCR a chance to extend the game to overtime. So Rosie Akot also with 3 personal fouls in a bit of foul trouble. She also has had 15 points tonight alongside 5 rebounds, 3 assists. She's going to be one of the keys for the Beach here over these final 57.7 seconds.
Yeah, Kai's been doing a great game so far. 15 points, 5 for 10. Hopefully she keeps that heat streak going at the end of this stretch.
And for Cal Poly, Vanessa McManus on the floor, also with 4 personal fouls, also with 15 points. You have to imagine the ball is going to be in her hands here in the second half. She started out that third quarter, getting Cal Poly up to a big lead, 11 points in that third quarter, to go along with 4 points for the rest of the game, as it's the Beach who possess in the front court. Kenenka gets the inbound, takes it up to the top, picks up her dribble, bounce pass to Kylie Pepe. Pepe looks for an option, ball on the hardwood now, keeping it alive at the top of the key. Hand off to Jones Brown, who comes around the screen from Pepe, floats back up to the top, faced up by Garcia. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Now 40 on the game clock. Jones Brown takes a look up top. Now starts the possession, crosses over on Garcia, mid-range jumper off the glass. Some window love for Jacoya Jones Brown. Puts the Beach up by 5. Timeout, Cal Poly.
Absolute clutch. She knew what she wanted and she got it.
Big time shot from Jacoya Jones Brown. 26 points now for the sophomore point guard. Long Beach on a 12-2 run over the last 4.5 minutes. And they're going to have a discussion here, the officials and Amy Wright, about who called timeout. It was Cal Poly, and we'll take a break as well. Back for the final 32 seconds of this fantastic Thursday night throwdown here on 22 West Radio. Returning from the timeout, Long Beach leads 62-57 with 32.8 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter in a game where they have trailed for the majority of this ball game. It is now Long Beach with a chance to close it out with some strong defense here down the stretch.
Jacoya Jones Brown bringing the energy with her shot making. Rosie Akot as well, bringing her energy with the shot making. And then, of course, Fernandez bringing the energy with her vocal nature.
Off the inbound, Thompson drives on Pepe, spins to the left block, puts up a wild layup, misses off the glass. Kenenka gets tied up and fouled. And there's the defensive pressure we're talking about, as Kenenka gets fouled and will walk 92 feet to try to put this game on ice, as Long Beach are in the bonus, and Kenenka will have a chance at a 1-and-1 from the free throw line. Kenenka tonight, 4 points. This is her first trip to the free throw line. First free throw off back iron. They're going to call 2 shots here for Kenenka. There's a personal foul called against Nora Perez. So Ka puts up her second and buries it. Long Beach leads 63-57. Cal Poly will take timeout. And for Cal Poly, execution late in games has been a struggle of theirs this season, something Long Beach State can certainly relate to. It was not too long ago that Cal Poly were up by as many as 12 on CSUN before they allowed them to claw their way back in the second half. Cal Poly have struggled time and time again to put away teams when they have a lead, and they certainly had a large lead tonight, up by as many as 12 halfway through the third. Long Beach have been the ones to fight back tonight and put themselves in a position to win, a very good position that is now, up 63-57 with 27 seconds to go.
You know, 2-possession game, that's exactly where you want to be, especially with 27 seconds left on the clock. The energy has completely shifted. Everybody's hyped on the bench right now. Let's see if they can come away with the win.
And one big stat to know, Cal Poly just 3 for 12 from beyond the arc, and a point now where they need to have those shots fall from beyond the arc. Only 3 3-pointers tonight for Cal Poly. Long Beach 6 of 12. They've shot well from the floor. They've shot well from the field. The stats have now backed them up on the offensive side of the floor. And for Long Beach State, the rebounding battle especially important tonight. They are now winning that battle 33-31 with some clutch rebounds here in the fourth quarter. Kylie Pepe, Rosie Akot, all applying pressure on the glass, alongside Jacoya Jones Brown, who has 6 rebounds of her own, alongside 26 points. Jones Brown, career high 29 points. She's already tied it twice this year, looking to possibly extend it here if she's sent to the free throw line. But now it all comes down to this. Cal Poly out of the timeout. They need a 3 to cut this game back down to a 3-point ball game. 63-57, 27 seconds to go. Cal Poly inbound. Pass down low, tipped away by Mack off of Thompson. Beach get possession. Timeout called by Amy Wright. What a play by Morgan Mack down low.
What a play. Exactly knew where that ball was heading and tipped it away exactly right on to the Cal Poly player and straight out of bounds.
And an awkward inbound play that time from the Mustangs. Tried to run some action along the perimeter, float it down to the block. Morgan Mack just playing free safety back there, hanging out in the paint. Got one arm out, tipped it off of Thompson, and now Cal Poly will need to play the foul game as they have not scored in the last 3 minutes here in the fourth quarter. Frosty go the Mustangs, and it looks like now they are the ones destined to drop to 3-24 and 1-16 in conference play. Can bring you some more updates from around the Big West. Gavin Sykes 4 points away from breaking the freshman scoring record as Long Beach trail Cal Poly 38-44 in San Luis Obispo. And the game Long Beach will have their eyes on after this one. Cal State Northridge and UC Irvine tied at 57 with 30 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. A win from Northridge tonight would require a win from Long Beach as well to keep them in this game and in this playoff race. Jones Brown at the top, pressured. Over to Kylie Pepe, right wing. She's now fouled and will head to the free throw line. Kylie Pepe gets a pat on the back from Jacoya Jones Brown before she heads down to shoot some big free throws here for the Beach. If Cal State Northridge can take the lead in these final 30 seconds against UC Irvine and see out a victory, Long Beach will need to win tonight to extend their season at least 3 more days. And if UC Irvine are able to take down Northridge tonight, it'll be an even bigger boost for the Beach as Kylie Pepe buries her first free throw. We have the game cast up here for UC Irvine, Cal State Northridge to bring you all the updates as Pepe goes 2 for 2, and that might just be the ball game. Long Beach leads 65-57. Cal Poly need a quick play on the offensive end as Gooseby carries it across at the top. 10 seconds to go. Looking for an option. Tries to feed it down low. Stolen away by Morgan Mack. Jacoya Jones Brown wanting to dribble out the clock, and instead she's fouled and will head to the free throw line.
Morgan Mack completely swiping it like Swiper from Dora the Explorer. Ending this game, might have ended it completely shutting down the Mustangs.
Big plays on the defensive end from Morgan Mack as Cal State Northridge are hanging on for dear life against UC Irvine. Still 57-all with 15 seconds to go at the Brent Event Center. Jones Brown's first free throw up and good. Beach now leads 66-57. 5.4 seconds to go. Jones Brown's second free throw up and good. The Beach equal their largest lead of the night with 5.4 seconds to go. Heave to half court into the arms of McManus. She drives to the free throw line, 3-point line that is, lets one fly, misses it short, and Long Beach State turn around a second half deficit to take home their third conference win of the season. 67-57, the final score here in the Pyramid. The grit and the tenacity on the display tonight for this team is admirable, Carlos.
What a comeback for the Beach. We started off strong, and it got a little bit shaky over in the second and the third quarter, but they after being their backs against the wall, they knew exactly how to come back and win this game.
Huge victory for Long Beach State, who improved to 3-14 in conference play. They snap a 6-game losing streak. They doom Cal Poly to their 13th straight loss, and they can head in to Saturday with their heads held high. Again, still all eyes on the Brent Event Center. Only 15 miles down the road, it is UC Irvine and Cal State Northridge tied at 57. This is a big game for Long Beach State, as there was a loss to Cal State Northridge that put Long Beach in this position with their backs against the wall. At this point in the season, Long Beach cannot afford to lose any more games if they want to make a run to the Big West Championships once again. After tonight, there will be another game here on Saturday against Cal State. Bakersfield also eliminated from playoff contention. And then they'll close out the season with a trip to UC Davis, and then they will host Hawaii here on March 7th. Carlos, your final thoughts on this one here tonight as the Beach run out with a victory.
I mean, great is the answer. I mean, everything we've seen here, we thought the game could have been over. The complete momentum shift that Cal Poly took on the Beach here tonight. But Jacoya Jones-Brown, Kylie Pepe, and Judea Olivia Fernandez absolutely brought the energy back, pulling their team to the victory here tonight.
And there is some controversy in Irvine as it is still 57 all. CSUN are challenging a call down the floor as, once again, Long Beach needs a win from UC Irvine to boost their playoff hopes. Still sitting 3 games back of CSUN with only 3 to go. If they want any hope of catching CSUN and heading to the Big West Championships, they need a win from UC Irvine. We'll keep it here for the final play from the Bren Event Center as Irvine will inbound. And CSUN are not fouling. It looks like both teams may be content to head to overtime as Irvine start up a possession. 8 seconds to go. 3 from the corner. Anteaters take the lead. 60-57. Timeout CSUN. That might be the ball game. And Irvine hit a huge shot with 5.7 seconds to go up 60-57 on the Matadors. We thank you so much for joining us here tonight. If you want all score updates from that game and the games around the Big West, you can tune in tomorrow night as we have a doubleheader, as we have men's basketball on the cards for you live from Concordia, Irvine. I'll be on the call as Long Beach State men's volleyball, the defending national champions, face off against the Golden Eagles live from Irvine. But for tonight, I'm JayDe Beaudry alongside Carlos Acedo. We thank you for joining us on 22 West Radio for a presentation of Long Beach State women's basketball, streaming live on YouTube and online at 88.1 KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. We hope you have a good night. We hope to see you next time.